What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay Will and the Mad Scientist. Look, I am back, and I do apologize. We took a slight leave of absence this week. I know I got some hate emails from some of you, but we're back, and we are back doing what we do best. So today we're going to be going into, yes, again, another cool episode. So, real briefly, what are we going to cover today? Today is season 3, the value of a survey. And the value of a survey is kind of crazy because this was probably one of the things that was learned late in the game for me as an independent owner that really didn't have a mentor until later on in my business career, right? So, one of the things that I noticed was that as a independent business owner, I had to learn my audience and learn like how to reach the audience and really do a lot of test runs and a lot of expensive runs, ad runs, things of that nature to get what I needed to get. And today I want to really talk about that and the value of a survey and how you can do really a free survey, what you already have, going off of the training that I've already showed you or given you, and going off of the cool information that I've already given and shown you. So what is the value of a survey to you? All right, that's what we're going to be covering. So knowing our audience, knowing our niche or whatever you want to call it, however you want to pronunciate it. All right, don't get all extra fancy with it. Just learn your group. All right, and how to use a free and make a free survey on YouTube. Excuse me, Google. I'm streaming on YouTube. Go figure, right? And then lastly, giving the customer a reason to partake. Like, why should I partake in this survey to giving you what you need? And that's a really easy, simple fix. A lot of times just by, I like to say, kind of cold bribery. Let me move this mic a little closer, guys. But cold bribery, you know what I mean? Like, you get something and you give something, right? Mutual exchange. And I think that if you do that, 99% of the time, most people don't mind doing a survey. 99% of the time, 0.9, they don't mind doing one, especially when they have a benefit that's coming in to them. You know, like, what am I going to get out of it if I take my time to stop what I'm doing and like click, 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 press, right? Unless they just are really adamant about the company and or what they're getting from the company. So let's talk about the value of the survey. So like a value of a survey is just it's huge. It's huge. I mean, like you can't go around it. The value of the survey is going to literally make or break your business because you're going to get a few key things from the survey. You're going to get statistics. You're going to get engagement. And you're just going to get information that you probably would never get any other way. The best way to get information from your customers about what your customers want, what your customers are going to do, how they're going to be, what they're going to do in interacting with your business is just asking them. And a lot of companies, for some reason, just are like, don't say anything, don't ask them, just service them when they come in. And it's like, yep, you'd be like, yeah, that works. You know, I mean, it's kind of like, I just got a new phone, right? So I get this new phone. Oh, it's amazing. I'm not going to talk about the name of the phone and all that, right? But I get this new phone. I'm like, oh, sweet, bombdiggitydig.com. All right. But like immediately following the same day, I get a survey. And the survey is about how my interaction was with the company, how my interaction was with the representative, and then how I'm liking my device. And it's like, well, I just got the device. How can I really rate it? What they're asking is really like, you know, like, was your switch over from the old device to the new device? Was that smooth and simple? Were you able to set it up and kind of get up and run it rather quickly? And, you know, just like overall, what's your opinion on your device right now? Like, would you recommend it or would you not recommend it? And that's a hard thing to do. But it's good that they asked all that because what they just did is encompass the whole entire transaction from beginning to end in a survey. And it was in a matter of like 5 or 10 questions. So guys, you don't have to have a survey that's huge. In fact, I want to try to teach you guys to do a survey in 5 questions, no more than 10. Like 10 is the absolute max. 5 is like a good roundabout number. Okay. So how do we get to a survey is a bigger question. And I know you guys see me kind of like shrunk off in the corner here, and I know that you see the screen that I'm sharing, which is my top monitor or my largest monitor. So I'm going to go up here and actually show you how to get a survey right through my company back office portal. All right. So here we are. This is Google. So you're going to go onto google.com. You're going to log into your business account that we told you to set up, or I told you to set up earlier. And you'll know that because you should have an icon now. All right, and let me get my little annotate pin here. You should have an icon up here, and then of course your navigator is going to be here, and then of course you can always search your Gmail right here. All right, but we're not worried about Gmail, so we're going to line that out. And we're not going to worry so much about this. This is going to be just letting you know, if you put an icon there, guys, just like I can automatically tell based off the icon that pops up what email account I'm on. It's great because now I don't have to click on that and let it drop down because I might be logged into 5 different accounts at this time. So the easiest way to know that is by looking and seeing an icon that I have dedicated. But we're not worried about that icon. I already talked about that. We're not worried about any of this other stuff up here. All we're worried about is our navigator box right here. All right. So if you guys are clear on that, let me clear everything out and let me release this. And let's go ahead and go in. So we're going to go immediately to our icon box. We're going to open it up and you're going to see where you have Google Drive. Now, you can open up your Google Drive to get to these kind of documents, or better yet, what I like to tell you guys to do is come in and actually go to your docs. All right, you can go from there. You can go to your books. Like I said, you can use this to really reach everything you need to reach. But this is the fastest way that I know how to do it. So I go into my Google Drive. As soon as I go to my Google Drive, I'm going to load up. You guys are going to see some non-proprietary stuff, just kind of basic files. We kind of rearrange some things on this particular account so that we can use this for what we're doing. But when we do that, immediately you're just going to come down. All right, you're going to say My Drive. You see where that's at. And you can see all this stuff that's in here. That's absolutely awesome. So cool, so great, so grand. But what we need to do is actually create a new document. So what you're going to want to do is come over to New. All right. Are you guys seeing that? I'm going to click out of here again. You're going to come up to New. When you come up to New, you're going to scroll down and you're going to go from Docs, Sheets, Slides to More. When it drops down, guys, this is something that's not advertised. All right. When it drops down, you'll see forms, drawings, maps, Google Sites. Yes, you can make your own website for free from Google right here. But we're going to click on Forms. When you go Forms, look at what's going to happen. All right. It's going to black out your screen and it gives you a completely blank slate or slated form. Now, this is really cool because this form is automatically saved in the account that you're in. All right. So we're in, per se, a business account. So now this form for this business is going to be saved directly here. So let's just go ahead and title this form info. All right, so this is our info form. Short description is let's say get info about TKT customer. All right, so this is our thing. Our very first question is going to be what's your age? All right, and then what we can do is choose multiple options, check boxes, drop down, so on and so on, right? I'm just going to go ahead and do multiple choice here. And option 1 could be 18 to, let's just say, 25. All right. You're going to come down here. You're going to have to add another. It'll give you another line. Excuse me, add option. And that's the weirdest thing. You have to add another or add option. And then it'll do this, all right? So let me back up so I can explain what I just said there. I typed in this response. I'm going to add another response, but you see how it says other? If I'm clicking, it's not going to let me type. Reason being is it's just giving you another spot. If you actually want to activate your second spot, you need to click add another. So it's going to show you a total of this add option, a blank open option that you can add another one, and you have actively 2 to use. All right. So let's say 26 to 35. All right. And then what we can do is add another. So we got option 3. Let's just say 36 to 40. We're going to tighten that group. And then maybe you don't really have an expectation of having anybody that's more than 40. So we'll just say 41 plus. All right. So what you just did, I like to delete that to make sure it doesn't show up. And then now what you guys have is 4 questions that they could choose from. Then you come down here, you can make this a required question or an unrequired question. All right. Obviously, if you're trying to get information, this probably should be a required question. The reason you're going to want to know the age range is because you need to know kind of what your target audience is going to be age-wise, right? I think that's a good, fair question to have. All right. So now we're going to duplicate this one, and we're just going to say you could add another one by just clicking here, or you could duplicate. Okay. I'm just duplicating because it was just simpler. So the next one we can go ahead and add is male, right? Male or female. Right. Well, yeah, can't even spell. Here we go. All right. So male or female. And then we're going to make this not a checkbox, but a multiple choice. And then I'm going to move this here. All right. And then that could be very simply put to, all right. All right. And then we've got male. I'm going to make that a required question as well. Now I'm going to add another question. Hey, check that out. Next question could be income, right? And let's just say 0 to 30K, right? Let's just do 30K to 60K. All right, 60 to 100. All right. And then this last option could be 100K plus. All right. So you guys are seeing how easy it is to kind of like just put this information in. I literally just made a quick survey. I mean, this wouldn't be my survey, but I literally just made a quick survey in minutes, guys, minutes. And you can just leave it like this, you know, and blank. I now know my customer's age, sex, and now income. You know, another good question, of course, is always going to be, you know, race, if they're willing to fill that out. You know, are you white? All right. Or let's see, are you black? All right. Give me a moment here. You know, Asian, right? All these different things. So you could go in here and put all this in: white, black, Asian, African American, whatever, right? And now what you just did is you just once again made another question that'll help you break down your segment audience. Now remember, I was telling you guys, knowing your audience, knowing your niche. All right. So what we just did is we just learned our audience, and by learning what our niche is, it's going to be a lot simpler now that we have a targeted group to go after. Now we can target that group. When we target that group and we start getting some data back and people participating, now we can start looking at what's the niche that these people are in. You know, am I getting more lawyers? Am I getting, you know, if I'm getting a lot of people who are coming in the 60 to 100K range, and then a few that are coming in at 100 and a few that are falling into the 30 to 60 range, predominantly somebody in the 60K plus range is going to be a career employee. You know, you're talking about maybe high paid law enforcement officers. You're talking about, you know, nurses, doctors. You know, doctors might be kind of starting out in this 100K or that 100K plus range, but you know, that's what you're looking at right now. So you're looking at more professionals. That changes the way you're going to market versus looking at maybe 30 to 60K range. Most of those individuals are going to be in your 18 to 25 range, right? Because they're just getting started in the workforce. They don't really have a career, you know, built in yet. Or you have somebody who's in this range and they're still building a career, or they're in an entry-level position and still building school, things of that nature, right? So it's important to kind of learn this median. It's important to learn this age range, and then male or female, and then your race. And then once you got that information, you can start targeting your niche. And when you start targeting that niche, then that's going to be when you can really start having a little bit of fun with your marketing, because now you're going to be able to fine tune, kind of like a blow dart. You want to hit a specific spot, you can start hitting that spot with that needle. Now we're talking about that survey. We're kind of hitting all these at once. I know, guys, but bear with me because I think this is going to be where the training and the value of this video comes in. All right. So the reason I didn't just do a recording podcast and like just do the audio for you, because that was a lot easier and available for me. I said, no, I really want to do this on video because I want to be able to show people how they can get to this feature, how to be able to set up this feature, and then showing you guys some cool tricks. So you guys ready for some cool tricks? If you've never used this before, this kind of be kind of cool. If you've used this before, you still might learn something new, because there's all kinds of stuff to do on this, really, if you just wanted to take the time to play. So this is kind of getting the basic information, but let's go ahead and start talking about all this. Now, you've already updated the form's name. All right. You can come up here and make this like the go-to form. Like this is the one that started, is the one that goes out first to everybody. So that could be a starred form or like a mandatory form. The next thing you want to look at is adding on features. And I usually just work left, right, top to bottom. And this is what's cool. So I can add on features like control responses and things like that. Let me move this feature off my window. There we go. All right. So now I can add like settings and information. I can come in and add report information, all kinds of cool things, right? So I can control accepting responses, and I can come in here and really like start doing some really cool stuff. All right, doing headings, I can do coding so that I can embed this onto my website or onto other sites. I can sit back, do all this. I mean, it's just so cool to be able to reach in and add all this, and it's completely free, guys, completely free. You can come in and change the theme. All right, now we've got a purple theme. I can make it orange if I wanted to. I can make it green if I wanted to. And I can come in and now I could choose an image if I wanted to, and they'll give you a host of images to use. So depending on what I'm trying to cover, what I'm doing, I can literally grab one of these images that might work very specifically for what I'm doing. Maybe I'm doing a piano class, or I'm talking about robotics, right? So I can come in, select that. I can go ahead, night out on the town. And it's going to pull up some photos for night out in the town. Oh, here we go. Little get together and a gathering. All right, boom. It's going to pop up here and then rearrange my color scheme to match. Is that not cool? And then it gives you a whole new group of colors to work with so that you can really kind of change what you're looking at here. All right. Now, as you guys saw, it's automated up here. So when people open this, they're actually seeing it this way. All right. And it's going to be automated. Once again, it's all completely free for you, which makes no sense as to why you wouldn't do it. I can come in here and change the font if I wanted to, kind of be a little bit more decorative, so to speak. You know what I mean? All about your audience and what you're trying to reach and what you're trying to achieve, guys. So that's the thing. Now I can do a preview of it, and this will be my live preview, and it's going to tell you stars are required, and as you see, everything gets starred except for the race, right? So we could do that, but maybe we're looking here and you see race. It kind of looks a little bit funny. All right, so perhaps I wouldn't use this font for that particular reason. Okay, I ideally wouldn't recommend using that font anyway as like a fancy cursive writing, just for the simple fact that you don't know what device they're going to be using when they view this. So it might be on a phone, it might be on a 5-inch screen, it could be on a 70-inch screen. You just don't know. So always think about it being small and people not being able to reach it or access it. FYI. All right, so that's that was the preview button that we just covered. We already talked about doing themes. We've already talked about adding on features. Now we're talking about settings. You can come in here and say, I want to collect email addresses on everybody who responds. And if someone responds or requests it, what I want to do, or always, or maybe I just want to collect all email addresses, period, without having to have a response or anything. And then I want to limit everybody to only being able to take the survey once. Then maybe we want to go ahead and do responders can, all right, edit after they submit it. Or maybe we want just the one time, your first click is the first click. See the summary of the chats and the responses below for other people to be able to see what's happening after they take the survey. Maybe you have an open survey. Maybe you do that. Maybe you don't, right? So it's so many cool things that you can add on. Once again, completely free, and it's already in your Google, so you don't have to worry about remembering an account or working with an account or maybe getting a whole bunch of responses and all of a sudden being stuck with a new fee for your business. No, man, use Google. They give you 15 gigs for free. If you fill up 15 gigs of Google documents and forms, you're doing way too much. You're doing way too much. All right. But the cool thing is Google does offer you upgrade options. All right. I should be like a Google rep. But I absolutely love using the free features of Google. I think it's amazing. You can show a progress bar for people. You can shuffle the questions around so that like individuals don't just get used to the question order if they're with a group of people that are doing it. All right. You can have a confirmation message, da 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 da. Thank you for taking our survey. And then if you had a quiz, you can even make this a quiz and then have this set up to give them a percentage after they take the quiz and be like, yeah, you got an 80 or you got a 20, what are you doing? You can make this a quiz, guys. This is amazing. So you can make quizzes off of these forms for your employees as well. Really cool. And of course you just save it. But here you go. We literally just made a form in under 35 minutes with me talking, explaining, showing you different things, and taking time out to keep kind of going back to the board here. It's that simple. It's that simple, guys. So a little bit of initiative, and it can be done. You always have the option to do more, so you can add collaborators if you want. So maybe you're designing it, but then you have somebody else who's going to do some more fancy stuff in the background to it, or add some other questions. You just kind of starting it off for your employee or your partner, for yourself. Boom, you can share it with somebody. Be like, hey man, if you see anything I spelled wrong, just click in here and edit it. If you see anything that the links aren't right or it's not working like you think it should, when you do the preview button, just hop in here and just fix it and then send it back to me. And you guys can be in here working together as well, which is really cool. And then of course you have your script editor, preferences, add-ons. I want to show you one last thing on add-ons because this is really cool. If you're a business owner and you love to add on to all kinds of different things, look at what you can do here. Advanced, all right, advanced summary, all right, for statistics and ads. Smart sheets, I mean, that one was free. Some of these are going to require you to pay for, some aren't. Maybe you're a QR kind of guy. You can add a QR code maker to this quiz so that, if you're out and about or at an event, you can display this QR code on your screen and tell everybody, hey, whip your phone out and scan this QR code. And they can scan it on their phone, and then everybody in the entire presentation event and your entire organization has this survey right in front of them. They don't have to have email they got to go to. They don't have to worry about anything. It's pops right up on their phone. I've used that. It's awesome. People were like, oh my God, how did you do that? And I'm like, well, we did a little, no, I'm just joking. I'm like, oh yeah, I did it on like our free paid Google, our free account with Google. And people are like, what? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's crazy. It's great. You know what I mean? Like you should really double check Google, man. Like there's so much stuff you're missing. And they're like, what? Can you guys show me how? Like, well, I can't give away all my secrets, but it's in your Google account. You got to play with it. But the cool thing about it, once again, is if you're doing a big event, maybe you got 50, 60, 80 people, make this QR code, pop it up as part of your presentation, and, just have the actual survey ready. And then that way you get a higher completion rate because they're right there. And you can be like, all right, guys, I'm going to give you a quick second to fill out this survey. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some question and answers. You're forcing them to fill out the survey or just sit there and look at everybody else while everybody else is filling it out. And then a couple minutes goes by and you're like, all right, great. Because the survey shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be long. It should be very simple for them to click, 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 type in maybe a few things and then done. All right. But this is a very fast way for everybody to get right into the survey without having to go through a link. All kinds of different stuff. I mean, as you can see, the list goes on. You can have it synced to calendars. You can have it synced to third-party providers and emails and so on and so on and so on. So I wanted to show you guys that because that's a feature that I myself found not using quite a bit. And then when they came out with it, I still really didn't use it a whole lot. And that was kind of upsetting to me because I realized like I was missing out on a lot of valuable information and easy accessibility to things. So when I started using it, of course, my ratings went up, and satisfaction ratings went up. I mean, everything went up because it was just easier for everybody. Like, oh, I could come in, and it was like I'd have that QR code posted everywhere. So when they come in and go, oh, what is this? Oh, don't complete the registration or don't complete this form until the presenter tells you to. And people are like, oh, okay, like whatever. They sit down and I start talking to them like, hey, how many of you guys scanned the QR code already? And they're like, how many already started filling out? No hands go up, and I'm like, I know somebody did. Of course, somebody raised their hands, right? And I'm like, I knew it, babe, because you're honest. I'm going to do something special for you. But look, everybody else, I need you to hop on your phone, scan this barcode on the screen or the barcode anywhere around you in the room. Sometimes I would put them on the back of the chairs so that way they wouldn't, if they couldn't see clearly or they had people's heads in the way, they could just go boop, right on the chair. Got it. And then 5 questions and it's done. And I just surveyed the entire room, polled the entire room, and I know exactly who is in front of me now. So now when I need to reach back to people, I know how I need to format my second presentation of myself to this group of people based off of what I got. Maybe 60% of them are going to be career employees at 60K and higher. So I want to articulate myself a little bit better, perhaps. I want to have certain things in it, and that particular group are going to want a completely different set of things 9 times out of 10 than the group that's at 0 to 30, right? Just looking for different things out of life at the moment just because of our income median. So guys, I hope that this presentation really allows you to understand the value of your webinar, because if you now know the value of, your survey, if you now know the value of your survey, your customer information and all this great stuff that comes from it, you can now go in and really save and make some good money on your marketing aspects. And that's what we're going to be talking about next. So my next video for you guys, I'm going to actually be taking you guys into Google perhaps and into some other offices and showing you how to do some things virtually with the information that we're obtaining, originating from Facebook, moving into our Google account, moving into Google itself, and then moving into Instagram, Twitter, and so on. So the month of December is all about creating focused momentum, right? And getting your business into like this micro targeted and macro targeted group. We talked about making money fast. We talked about, we dedicated a whole month to making money fast. We talked about for roughly a month before that, how to build a foundation with your money in your business so that when that money comes in, you have a way of duplicating that money like a process that's already in motion. And now we're talking about actually taking that money that you're generating and that earnings, that portion of it, and actually finding what your niche is, your group, what your audience, all this good stuff that you need to know. It's kind of like a recipe. And then we're going to start baking a cake here on 2019. And I tell you what, I've already got some great reviews. We had one representative that reported that one of the customers or partners who watches this actually reported that they had a 43% gain in business. We had another individual who's in Cincinnati, in Blue Ash area. She is extremely happy. She gained an additional $3,500 in the course of 30 days from the information that we're giving her on this podcast. She absolutely was ranting and raving about it. Loved it. When I saw her just recently, she personally pulled me to the side and was like, yo, your podcast was great. I'm doing this, and like, whoa, you wouldn't believe it. She like pulled out her Square account, was like, oh man, this is great. Like, this is awesome. And I'm like, yeah. Like, so when are you signing up with us? And go figure, we are literally in the process of setting her up right now. So her and a few other doctors that work out of that area. So really cool, guys, really cool. Let me know how this is working out for you. If it's not working out, let me know, because we're probably missing something small. But if you're missing it, there's a possibility that somebody else is missing it. And if they're missing it and you're missing it, it's not you guys, it's me. So now I got to refocus and retarget so that I can hit that answer for you guys. This is all about you. It's not about me. It's not about my business serving your business or your needs. Although we would love to have you as a customer, that's not what we're here to do. We're here to provide you the best that we can provide you, and to give you that information that you couldn't get anywhere else, because we want to be a support system. We want to be a part of your natural growth. We want to be a part of your business and hopefully a part of your success story and a fundamental piece of that success story. So at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, guys. Let's have some fun. Let's learn a little bit. I know I've been kind of down pacing out. My schedule's been a little whoopty with me being sick and then coming back and having this little spell. But I want to let you guys know, as always, I appreciate every single thing that you do. You guys are getting ready to get something exclusive, something that's not going to happen until the end of next week, but I'm going to give it to you guys a full 7 days early, and it's this, a $100 gift card voucher to any service that we have. It's our 72-hour flash sale the day before Christmas. It ends on Christmas Day, but for you guys are getting it early, about a week early. So I hope that helps, gives you some momentum to make a move and create the next best you. All right. Move this, take it, and launch it in the New Year's. You know what I mean? Nothing says that when you set up your account that you got to go active right then and there. Usually we get people who go active, but 9 times out of 10, if they're setting up in the middle of the month, I'm like, yo, set up, pay everything in the middle of the month, and we'll start you at the top of the next month. But get it all set up, and then you can take your time doing a lot of things that we do at the beginning of the first couple of days. And you still get your 30-day guarantee from the day that we actually start your account. So like if you pay today, which is the 15th, but you don't go live until the 1st, you know, obviously there's 16 more days into the calendar period. If that's the case, guys, hello, we're not going to charge you and we're not going to start rolling your clock until we start working. All right. So just know that at the end of the day, got a $100 gift card voucher. You don't have to do anything to get the gift card voucher. All right. No commitments at all. You get the $100 gift card voucher, and that voucher is applied after your first free 14 days. So let's say you lock in the 75% discounted rate, you still get another $100 on that 75 discounted rate. So you can't combine additional vouchers, but you can combine that voucher with a discount that's active, or the sale price that's active at the time of this discount. So guys, let's go ahead and do what we do. It is Friday. I'm sure most of you are not going to listen to this today, but for those of you who are, I appreciate it. And I'm going to do my best to make sure that I keep pumping some good information to you. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys think. Take care.